여긴 경기장 도시야.
All right, so here we are, guys, and on the left-hand side of the map, we have our red Protoss player hailing from Team Liquid. He is actually our reigning Fight Club champion as well, Liquid.HerO.
That's right. He's going to take on Violet this weekend.
That's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to that. And here on the right-hand side of the map, we have our blue Zerg player and the last remaining hope for TSL, that is Symbol.
TSL second.
Yes.
It's almost like Dr. Seuss names. Coach Lee has given them all. These players will call them TSL first and TSL second.
Yes. Zerg 1, Zerg 2. Red Zerg,
1,
blue Zerg
2. Yep.
All right, so here we are, guys, and HerO, pretty predictably, going to put his pylon up at the front. This is very, very easy to forge fast expand or do some sort of a nexus first on this map. It's a nice small choke point there up at the front.
Yeah. Now, this is a map that we've seen a lot of Zergs try to go for that 3-hatch build on. And it's also a map that we've seen a lot of Protoss players block the natural, cause them to expand to the third first, and then take advantage of that with strong 2-base timing as well. That's kind of actually been the most common way we've seen ZVPs play out on this map. So I'm wondering how Symbol is going to kind of react to that situation. You know, he obviously picked the map. It's his choice. So he's got a plan on it. So will he kind of use that common knowledge of how this map has been kind of tending to be played out lately to trick HerO, or will he do something else?
Well, we'll find out here in just a bit. He does decide to put down that spawning pool on pretty predictable time. Of course, HerO trying to be as annoying as is humanly possible with that probe there, and make sure he denies mining for a good period of time. And he himself decides to go ahead and put up that forge, and he'll move into that nexus right after that.
So we very well might see the pylon at the natural. Yeah, there it is. So will Symbol go for the third base, or will he just go ahead, wait a little bit? And yeah, that's exactly what HerO's checking for too. He's going to be like, all right, see if I can just delay this even more.
And he is going to. We'll see if we can even maybe a second pylon or something like that.
Maybe. He needs to put down his nexus sometimes, otherwise this is all for nothing.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. It is another pylon.
There it is.
Look at that. That is so crazy by HerO.
All right.
Blocking both expansions. There are Zerglings on the way, though, so Symbol should be able to break that down pretty quickly.
This is still, of course, canceling that one off to the left, but this is close to what Ace was doing, as a matter of fact. So when Ace was, he was actually playing TSL. That was the StarTale TSL match, wasn't it?
That was actually the match where TSL was knocked down to the lower bracket. It was because of games like this.
Yeah, Ace was actually just dictating the pace of the game by dropping down as many pylons as he could. Again, you know, not trying to waste resources or anything, but just has his opponent put down expansions on his terms rather than his opponent's terms. So
yeah.
All right. Well, we do have a photon cannon coming up at the front. That's going to finish at about 25 seconds. Zerglings are already tearing their way across now, though.
Yep. Well, not really tearing as much as they could be. You know, they're more kind of like
waddling, hopping
and skipping. I think roaches more have a waddle. Zerglings kind of have like a little sort of rabbit hop type thing. And putting down that pylon to block that real quick. Cannon does finish, so Symbol just barely not getting in there.
Sacrifices a probe to get that done, though, and 25 minerals on another pylon, but not the worst thing in the world. The gateway is coming up at the same time.
Yeah, better than letting all those lings in their base and letting them count your gas and all that fun stuff.
And HerO, he does get in there. He sees the next expansion coming up, so he knows exactly what his opponent is up to. And we'll see if he tries to put down any shenanigans or anything along those lines.
Yeah, so indeed indeed Symbol going for the 3-hatch build as well.
Symbol being very diligent about scouting back here and making sure there's no pylon sitting around.
Yep.
All right, now out here for HerO, Cybernetics Core, and we'll see what he wants to follow this up with. If it's going to be tech of some sort. He is sitting on 2 gas for now, so will accumulate quite a bit, but not adding in any additional ones for any sort of a ridiculous build.
Well, the popular things for Protoss to do has been to go for a Robo-Bay and then do one of those Gateway Immortal pushes, or we've even seen some players on this very map go for something like a 6 Gateway plus 1 push as well and just go all Gateway. And we can see Symbol taking his first 2 gas now as well, so we're going to see probably that Roach Warren, Evo Chamber, and Lair before too long. And then kind of depending on the timing of things, we'll see if HerO could find a nice time to slip in there and do some damage, or if Symbol's going to be ready for him.
HerO gets away with that probe, fortunately. Kills the Zergling in the process as well. Those gases that you were mentioning before just finishing up now.
Yeah.
But he's not populating him. There he goes. All right. So Extractor's going to be mining there in just a bit. Does have another base finished up now. Just one solitarily drone mining off that for the time being, though.
Yep. He likes to work by himself.
Wow, Zealot actually manages to snag himself 4 kills there in the middle of the map, so picking off a few Zerglings. He has certainly done his job, and he's going to come back for a nice retirement of sitting and filling the gap.
Yep, or maybe even not.
He can't be bothered. He has 4 kills now.
Right, he needs to regen some shields first. There he goes. All right, so Roach on the way for Symbol. In the meantime, more gateways coming up for Hero, going up to a total of 4 gates right now.
Yes, he is. So Hero's going to have a good bit of units out, but not slapping down 6 of those at once. And +1 weapons is just about to finish up. Symbol, on the other hand, Evolution Chamber, Roach Warren just finishing up, and there's that lair.
Yeah, well, I'm curious to see what Hero's going to do. You know, it looks like we might see a Robo coming down here fairly soon. It's a little bit late for the Twilight Council for that to kind of line up. And what's it going to be? It is going to be a Twilight Council. Okay, interesting. All right.
Yeah, normally you do want that to line up just when you can get +2 weapons right away or something along those lines, but is going to be a touch later. Now 4 Roaches popping up for Symbol. What does he have on the field? Actually, that's going to be all of his attack forces.
Both these guys playing very, very greedy here.
I noticed that, so we'll see whose greediness is going to win out. Those Roaches popping up at just the right time, and Hero needs to back up.
That's going to need to get canceled.
See if he can make a stand here for long enough. Nope, just decides to cancel, moves away, trying to take a couple pot shots at the Overlord, but will have to eventually run.
Yeah, taking the 3rd as well.
Wow, you're talking about greedy builds.
Yeah, no kidding. Not going for any sort of 2-base timing, which I feel like is what Symbol was kind of expecting. That's generally what people do quite a bit. There's Blink and +2 weapons as well. And he's got a lot of gas saved up, too. So he could go rather tech-heavy, could add on a good amount of sentries if he wants to as well.
Nice job by Symbol to go ahead and find this pylon, though, so it's going to prevent any further reinforcements from making their way up. But here comes Hero. Those Roaches are pretty far out of position, and actually Symbol leaves the pylon be, so we are going to have some more weapons, possibly. Hero backing off at the moment.
Yeah, that's interesting. 2 more gateways going up as well, so up to a total of 6 gateways. No reason to lose these units just yet, so he's going to pull back. And Ursadak/female/calf/ there it is, unit/name/Ursadak female 2.
I love it.
Trying to get in there and block the Roaches, but she's just an NPC critter, so she can't do that. 4 more gates on the way, actually, for Hero. Yeah, going up to a total of 8. No, 7. Yes,
it
8,
is going to be
including
8.
the one in front. 8 gates. So, yeah, he's just going to do a big gateway timing here after that finishes. +2 and Blink will be done very soon.
Yeah. Now, Symbol has quite a few units out of his own. Of course, they're relatively unupgraded Roaches so far. +1 Carapace with Glio Reconstitution is going to finish here in just a bit, though. So it will be significantly stronger than Hero. He's already got a lot of sentries, though. This is going to be a massive amount of gateway units in a second.
Yep. That's absolutely right here. Oh, burrowed Roach movement and burrow on the way for Symbol, too. That'll be something that'll be pretty helpful. Hero's not really going to have a lot of mobile detection out on the map right now. He's putting down a couple of cannons at his base, yeah, but he doesn't have a robo for any observers or anything quite yet.
No, he does not, but he is going to be able to pick off a couple of Overlords with Tickle Beam installed, so Overlord is being tickled to death. We have a few Zerglings swinging their way out now, but with +2 weapons, even with the Carapace finished, that's going to be pretty dead Zerglings.
Yeah, we'll see. There's the Robo now. Okay, so he does want to get that Observer out. Hero just playing very safe, playing just kind of a straight-up macro game right now.
Yes, he is, and certainly down in supply a little bit, taking a risk to make sure he gets his 3rd base up. But, you know, if he's able to sit on a couple of production cycles, he'll make up that supply difference very quickly.
Space Shark observing from above.
That's true. Space Shark sees all, has no mercy.
Yep. He's got an extra set of flippers. I guess if you're flying, you kind of need the extra lift. But
I suppose so.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Space Shark defies all expectations. Oh, Probe just kind of watching. Yeah, no, we get it. We see it. There's an attack coming.
Yes, there is indeed an attack coming. And luckily, Hero, though, has some cannons as well. And he's going to blink ahead. Oh, that was not the best time to blink, Hero.
He's got to wait for that cooldown to finish. Photon Cannons defending behind that is a pretty good choice, and actually could have caught a lot of Roaches there with those force fields.
Well,
but just waiting until he has more forces, he can get himself a better engagement.
Yep, yeah, the force fields could have split those Roaches up nicely. Luckily for Symbol, he did have burrowed movement, so he could have gotten away anyway. But still, not a situation you want to be in if you are Symbol, so doing the smart thing, pulling back, and he's actually just going to go for the natural.
Oh, yes, he is. He could,
big.
He could get a lot of units caught here, though. Don't forget there is an observer overhead, so that burrow is not going to do much for Symbol. Oh, but he's going to get underneath the force fields. That it will help him do. Blink Stalker is proving to be pretty effective for HerO. He's actually still engaging with almost all of these on the high ground, despite the fact that they were so far back, and that allows him to take out a ton of roaches. That was a huge win for HerO.
Yeah, that ramp really, really helped him out there. And supply pretty even now, and that is not where you want to be as a Zerg player. Look at that, +3 weapons on the way as well. What are the upgrades for Symbol at the moment? He has just one Carapace, +1 missile attacks just finishing right now. He does have some Infestors on the way, though, which will be nice.
Yeah, but he does not have a 4th base. He's on even bases with his Protoss opponent right now. It's not where he wants to be. HerO is reinforcing like mad. He's on 72 workers on 3 bases as well, and those gateway units are cheap, and he can keep them coming very quickly.
Yeah, Hive on the way as well for Symbol, and another base. All right, so he's going to try to tech up here. Could go for Broodlords. Still pretty effective here. HerO going for Colossus tech, it looks like, although he could use this for Warp Prism speed as well. Does like his Warp Prism play. No sign of Templar tech actually yet for HerO, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Kind of waiting with that for now.
Or charge or anything along those lines quite yet. Good upgrade to have just in case, but this hatchery is probably going to have to be canceled or killed.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Good investment there. 300 resources for 300 resources, but it's way more important to get that hatchery than lose 3 zealots.
Yep, absolutely.
All right, so let's see here now as a good number of zealots chugging their way out. Colossi are hitting the field as well.
There's a Baneling nest on the way as well for Symbol, and there's all sorts of fun stuff you can do with that. You can just kind of fungal your opponents, run right into them. You can drop if you want to.
Yes, you can.
See what he has planned with that.
There's the Baneling nest. I was about to say.
But, bumps into those morphing overseers. Like, excuse me.
Excuse me. Yeah,
I'm a building.
All right. All right. Let's see here now as Symbol going to swing around.
What? Ultralisk Cavern. All right, this is about to get very interesting here.
Wow.
Symbol moving into a build we don't see very often against Protoss. This could be really, really cool. Oh, and is he going to deny the 4th?
I don't know. It looks like HerO's going to try and make a stand. He does lose one of the cannons, cancels another one, trying to put them up as quickly as possible again. Oh, does Symbol want to engage here?
I don't know, man. He's got fungals, but this is still a strong army to be attacking into. They do have +3 weapons as well. Keep that in mind.
Yeah, especially with that Colossus sitting there. The Colossus 1 swipe 4 Zergling kills. I mean, that's with +3 weapons. Colossi are pretty ridiculous, especially when there's only 1 Carapace upgrade on for those Zerglings.
I don't know if this Colossus is going to end up being a Calvin or a Bill, but he's off to an impressive start.
That is true. That's absurd how much damage they do. So Colossi dealing some damage right there. Calvin Colossus, are we seeing the remix? All right.
The new scent of Calvin Colossus. That's right.
We'll follow the kills. But, oh, it looks like HerO just going to go ahead and pursue now. Gets a few units locked down with fungal growth, but picks off a couple of Infestors as well. Should still have that Observer overhead. Looks like it's just a little slow in catching up.
Wow, and I feel like right now HerO's army is just a little bit too strong for Symbol to handle. He's chasing him back, killing so many units. There's a ton of Lings and Ultralisks on the way as well.
Yes.
So it's not like Symbol's out of this completely yet. In fact, he's actually just letting the roaches die so he can replace it with different units.
Yeah, I suppose so, but he doesn't have a ton of banked resources, and
Oh, he doesn't. You're right.
God, Liquid.HerO just destroyed that army.
Wow, when I saw that move, I expected that he had a lot kind of backing this up, but he actually doesn't.
Oh, don't forget, HerO had re-denied this base a couple of times, and that's all the mining that's being done is right there as I clicked furiously, I suppose.
Kidding. Whoops.
All right. Let's see here. I guess it was just a little circling
there, I think.
All right. Well, yeah, trying to clean those up. Here come the Ultralisks along with some Banelings, and the Banelings hitting a good number of Stalkers, but that's it. And there's only 2 Ultralisks left in that army.
Yeah,
ladies and gentlemen, I think HerO is going to clean this up, and he may take the set for Team Liquid.
Yeah, man, I think Team Liquid is actually about to knock TSL out of the Team Arena Challenge #2. That is crazy. Team Liquid has just been playing great so far. Ever since they got into the lower bracket, they've just looked so impressive. HerO's so far ahead right now, I cannot picture a scenario in which he loses this game.
Yeah, such a turnaround from when they were in Team Arena Challenge 1 as well. It's good to see that their dedication and practice is really paying off. There's really not anything that Symbol can do at this point. I mean, HerO has a bunch of banked resources. He just finished up a fleet beacon. We'll probably see a mothership even here in just a second.
Certainly could. He's building up the gas fort right now, though. He might might want to consider using that on units that are a little bit more directly applicable to the situation.
Thought that was a counterattack for a second. No, it's a million drones.
Yep, that's right. It's a lot of drones coming across the map there.
Yes,
there is a mothership, though. Okay, so he is going to go for it. Just saving up a few more resources here.
Yeah, Hero has done this. A player with a lot of swagger and confidence and things like that. I remember in the Fight Club where he all killed Damaga. He actually, or I guess he swept Damaga.
Yeah.
He decided to build a mothership kind of for fun at the end of that last game.
Yep, that's right. Motherships can be fun.
Yes,
it's true. The
Zerg,
Zerg needs to dedicate a lot of specific resources to handle it too. You know, you need to have a lot of corruptors generally, and as you can see, Symbol doesn't have anything that's going to kill a mothership.
No.
Yeah,
And,
Warp Prism speed on the way too.
Was a tough job just trying to defend that Warp Prism for a little while. Now, Hero just can't get sloppy, of course, and he'll be fine. He does have one Archon sitting there, a couple of Storms ready with a High Templar in addition. And we'll see if he decides to drop back in there with some more Warp Prisms, as another one is making its way out.
Yep. That's right. Colossi still just kind of roving about doing damage with their army.
Yep.
Supply count still favoring Liquid.HerO. He's got a Warp Prism on the way as well, maybe to harass the main possibly, but looks like he's going to kill this third very fast. Ultralisk smashing down the force fields. Here come the Banelings. Great storms on those Banelings.
Oh my god, that was so effective. He splits the army in half, kills another set of Banelings as well.
Wow.
Liquid.HerO, your control is amazing,
Dude.
and he is now up by 80 supply.
Hero looked like one of those martial artists that's getting attacked from all sides. He like turns and punches one dude in the face, and he switches, kicks another dude in the stomach, and GG.
Wow.
Liquid.HerO winning the match for Team Liquid.
Very impressive, and
Wow.
Liquid is going to eliminate TSL, and they are going to move on to face FXO in Losers Round 4.